Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the gold, silver and palladium. I wish you to have a nice day. Let's start with our daily analysis with the gold on the channeling, watching our position. And as you can see, the price position is still below the middle line of the acceleration channel here. It's a very clear signal that we have a decisive decision here for the market, where it has decided to continue toward the downside, and we got of course a broken middle line there, and it has used it as a rejection. Of course, after a rejection, it has used it as a resistance, and we push toward the downside for a new low there for the gold, very likely to finish the structure in an impulse 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Now basically this represents a wave C. The wave C is an ABC there, A, B, and a C, where we might, of course, finish those three waves. We're going to see it much more clearer in the probabilities of the daily. But what I would like to mention still in the channeling here, that there is a potential scenario where the price can hit the base channel, guys, especially this void here between the acceleration and the base channel. It is very likely that a wave 4 can range inside it, hitting the base channel as a support and then pushing toward the upside again for a wave 5. This might take even time, and that means, of course, there are probabilities here where we might see something like that. It can be like an A, B, and a 1 2 3 4 5 wave C to hit the base channel and then pushing for higher. It can be a triangle, A, B, C, D, and an E, maybe not hitting it, but going in time here, entering the void area here between the acceleration and the base channels, and then pushing toward the upside. So this is what is important to keep in mind, meaning, of course, these three waves will be finished anyway, and we might even look for higher even in a wave B. This wave B can be a larger correction for the gold after having a wave C, or a wave D, and then having C, and then wave D, and then wave E, and then pushing for a wave 5, meaning this wave B is bullish. Of course, at the end also a wave 4 can be, there is a probability to finish here internally 1 2 3 4 and a 5, going for a new all-time high, meaning in all case scenario we're looking for something for higher once we finish this one more low, very close, of course, to open for something for higher. Here are our probabilities reflecting or alternating the wave 2 first probability, where your wave 2 is very shallow and short in time. This is exactly where we want to be. So we tried the low here, or the 0.23 over there before the timing, and we got a rejection from the top because it was still too early here to push for higher. And currently we're visiting the time required based on this wave 2, and here we are waiting for one more low to finish the structure, and then start potentially here this scenario as an ABC. So the probability was, what if we get a three waves down and we push for higher? Of course, it was very low probability for us because the timing was not hit. So this one was already very low probability. Then we had another probability, ABC, and here we are. It is unfolding perfectly, I would say. One more low, and we might push toward the upside in a wave 5, or we push our upside as well for a wave B, as we mentioned. So in both case scenario, bullish and bearish, as you can see, we have confluence with this move toward the upside here as a wave B in a triangle, A, B, C, D, and a E, or an A, B, and a C here, that it can be a larger flat hitting again the 0.58 in confluence with the base channel, as we saw in the channeling, guys. Yep, so that was it for the gold for the daily. And if we take a look closer at the 1 hour chart here, we are still looking at our last drop here after a wave B there. We're looking for a wave C in a 1 2 3 4 and a 5. This wave 5 is still unfolding. It is not finished yet, and we're still looking, of course, for the low here. If we dive inside it, we can see that also there is a probability for a WX and a wave Y here, which is very high probability, honestly. And after that, we start to seek after an impulse, but it was invalidated, turning this into a 1 as a zigzag, a 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 here to take the low. Especially that we took the 886 yesterday night, so it is another confirmation that we're looking for a new low there. This is what I mentioned in the daily close yesterday. So once we take the 886, it is a additional red flag because we're already in red. So, but it's a higher probability that we're gonna take the low there and we're gonna visit potentially this area. However, what I think here is gonna happen is a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here to take a new low. And if we take here a potential target for a wave 5, but of course we are expecting wave 4 to push higher currently. So wave 5 as a diagonal, let's say it's gonna be a little bit high here. So we might see exactly this blue box there in a wave 5. It's gonna be of course updated. This is only as I would say like a conceptual right now or schematic where the wave 4 might hit here and then taking the fib levels for wave 5 from there. So hitting new low in the perfect fib level can be just a tiny wick here that it can start to push something toward the upside for the gold. So very interesting to watch what's going to happen. We'll see what's going to happen. The silver today also is showing something very interesting. We're going to see we got an invalidation for the large triangle here. So I'm going to take it step by step, but let me start, of course, with our price position regarding the channeling here. So the channels, of course, are very, very important. As you can see, we got here a potential low there, and very likely that we are looking for the $60, still 0.5 Fibonacci level in double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. So this wave 4 is still unfolding as an ABC. Definitely this is your wave C. Still looking, of course, for something for a lower there. We'll see how this is going to unfold, guys. As this is regarding the channeling, and especially that we are looking at a decisive move here below the base channel, which is very, very interesting. Of course, it shows a low there, not a wick anymore. Yeah, so this is totally different. This is the decisive decision that I always talk about. So basically for the daily as well, we are looking at double 1, 2 here, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. So the wave 4 anyway has 3 probabilities. We talked already also about what maybe that it could be like a finish 3 waves and then we push toward the upside for a new high, but that was of course before the timing, and it was clearly that this is a low probability, it is out. Then we have an ABC as well potentially unfolding, which is very, very likely here to push for higher from there, but this needed of course an invalidation of this triangle, because the triangle needs to be of course finishing in this area without taking the low. Yesterday night, we took the low, so one of the probability is already gone as well, and we're left with the last probability here, where we might be in an A, B, and a C there, taking the 0.5 Fibonacci level once we finish a structure for a wave C, and then we push for higher. So if we dive inside it here, we can see also on the 2 hours chart that yesterday we touched finally the invalidation of the triangle. It took the wave C, and that means of course the wave here cannot be a wave C, of course, for a triangle. We took the wave A, sorry. So triangle is out. Yeah, so I'm gonna push this triangle out of the box here, and also we are looking for our wave C here, which it can be very likely unfolding as an impulse and finishing the last move toward the downside here. So what we have exactly is a 1, 2 here, another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. To finish the wave 3, I'm looking for a wave 4 in this magenta count, and then finishing the final move for a wave 5. Now, basically, this wave 5 as well internally of a wave 3 can still be unfinished, meaning we might see the ending diagonal. Again, I'm looking for a wave 4 internally and a 5, of course, for a wave 3 before we push higher for a wave 4. So in both case scenario, I'm looking for something for higher today, some green, because we might seek after this wave 4 here. Sorry, not this one. Let me take the right one here. So we're looking for this one there, which is the wave 4 in the red zone here. There you go. And another wave 4, which is based on the ending diagonal, which is also wave 4 diagonal. There you go. Here we go. So it's a confluence. This is what I mean. It's a confluence of scenarios today that it might be unfolding for higher prices. Why? Because we might be in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, so higher prices, almost close, yeah, $64, almost 64.5, and confluence. And we might be in something even higher. So if this is going to be finished as an impulse, which I doubt it because we took the invalidation, but don't forget that the invalidation based on wicks is a little bit, sometimes it doesn't work, yeah, because this is a wick and this is a wick. So this represent the invalidation, but yeah, normally it works normal, like as an invalidation, but sometimes it can turn into a real impulse, yeah. So what if a wave 5 is finished and we took the low? So we might dive directly for a wave 4 in magenta. Plus, if we are looking for this wave 4 in magenta, be careful, because we might get the wave 4 higher than this even, because we have already a wave 4 before it. It might come back almost to the same area as a guideline, always from Elliott Wave, when you have double wave 4, and we might push again for wave 5 downward. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5, something like that. We'll see, guys. So I'm expecting a little bit higher prices for the silver today, especially after the slow and invalidation of triangle is very, very important today as update. Yep, so this is regarding silver. Let's move to palladium. For palladium, we are looking also at our double 1, 2 here, where we have a 1, 2 and a leading diagonal wave 1. ABC supposed to be an expanding flat. Wave 2 again hitting the perfect fib level 0.618, 0.786 for this 1, 2, and then pushing for higher again for a palladium. We'll see how this is going to unfold on the 1-hour chart. We already took the 886 yesterday, so it's another red flag there. I mentioned no signal of strength. This is nothing here. It's a 3 waves, not a 5 waves up. And by the way, we didn't finish 3 down and taking the high, meaning, of course, signal of weakness. And of course, we broke the fib levels, the perfect fib levels. We took the 886. That means we're going to take the low. That means we're going to take the blue zone again, one more low toward the downside here to test the major area for 0.618, 0.786 of a large 1, 2, meaning this large 1, 2 here will be tested again because we touch barely the 0.618. I think that the price wants to make sure that it will find some signal of strength from there. So basically, we're going to watch this area 1,182, 1,107 very likely to be hit. Basically, we are looking here at a double 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. So expect one more leg toward the downside to finish up, of course, the structure, and then start the push toward the upside in case we find a signal of strength. That was it for the metals today. Silver, gold, and palladium. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.